Good afternoon, Wicked Edge users and Expert Corner group. This is Mark, and I want to talk about sharpening. How do I say it? Odd knives, single-sided knives, difficult knives with a wicked edge. Japanese chef knives that are aconventional. Let me give you some examples. Let's start with what the question was about, sharpening a deba. I just bought this because it is a good, inexpensive example of a deba knife, which is a single bevel knife. This is a right-handed knife, a single bevel knife. It is flat on the backside or possibly convexed in some of the better ones. I don't have an expensive example of this, a $500 knife. This is less than $20 delivered. So I don't have that to know, but I do have this one, and it appears to me that it isn't convex, but it's not quite flat either. It seems that it may be hollow. This is a deba. This is a deba by a different manufacturer. This is softer. It's not a sharp grind that you can actually like feel a point here. And it is flat on the backside. And I put a straight edge on them to look, and it doesn't appear that there's any kind of gap that I can see where light would go through. So it appears that it's flat. The profile, so you can see, of this deba is almost a wedge shape. Those are two debas. Now I have two debas that are in the name. They're called Western deba, even though they are a deba knife with a Western or a yo handle. All of these, this is a Japanese or a wa handle. This is a yo or Western handle, and these are both examples of a single-sided right-handed knife that's a deba knife. That in itself, on a wicked edge that you sharpen both sides of the knife at the same time, you would expect to present a problem. And that's what this discussion is leading to. First, we're going to have the Sunday school knife talk. In the name, here is a Tohiro DP that's called a Western deba. They don't call it a deba. They don't call it a deba with a Western handle. They call it a Western deba. Here's a Hattori, and it's called a Western deba, not a deba with a Western handle. I don't know if that is just coincidental, but these are both standard grind 50-50 V grind knives called Western deba. Whether that is because it took the single-sided knife and westernized it into a V grind 50-50 bevel for the Western market, or because it's a Western handle, that I don't know. But what I can tell you about this Hattori deba and this Tohiro deba, now the DP, the Tohiro DP, are now being marketed, I believe, as Tohiro Classic. But both of these knives, if you'll see, have tremendous broad spines. They're both very heavy knives. These knives are knives used for chopping through meat that has bones. Whether the smaller one, there is a larger one like this that is a little too expensive to buy. Let me stop this and go to the next video.